dated December 20, 2014, we herewith kindly remind you about the last due payment. So the first paragraph or the first line should give the reference and the context with date. So and so date is there, reference is also there, and with reference there is a request also about the subject we explain here. We have already dispatched the delivery of goods 2 weeks after your order. So ABC company is reminding XYZ company about the last payment. ABC company had dispatched some goods, some items to XYZ company, and XYZ company is to give the payment, due payment, left payment, baki rakam, bakini rakam, baki rahelu rakam. So this is the first paragraph. Second paragraph is like this: we hope you will take this letter as a reminder from our side to you for the due payment. We look forward for a healthy business relations with you in time to come. There are two things to keep in mind. First is how to write, and second is what to write. I repeat, in letter writing there are two things important: how to write and what to write. How to write, if you want to know, then you have to know the structure. As I said, address and dates, and inside address, subject, salutation, body of the letter. This is the structure. So you have to remember the structure, how a letter is written, and what to write. It is also very important. For example, here ABC company is asking for its due payment, which XYZ company is supposed to pay. But look at the language, it is so sophisticated and professional language. So you cannot ask any company to give their due payment in rough language, because you are writing a business letter. So while writing the business letter, you have to be careful about the language. It should be sophisticated, mild, though your payment is due, but you are putting that thing in a good manner. Let us identify each and every part. For example, this one is called sender's address and date. So in the first part we included both sender's address as well as date. The second part, it is called inside address, or you can say reader's address. This is the identification. Then this is called the subject line. This particular part is called salutation, and this is called body of the letter. So these many parts we understood: sender's address, date, ways of writing date. You have to identify whether this is American or British. You see, here comes month first, then comes date. So this is American style. Cardinal number, 1 is cardinal. If you write 1st January 2015, then it is ordinal number. It is called British style, but it is American style. And punctuation, with punctuation it is fine, closed punctuation. Then we left space, address. So look at the structure like this. Now comes complementary clause. So first let us see what is complementary clause. Complementary clause is a courteous way, a leave taking. Leave taking means when you close your letter, when you end your letter, or when you finish your letter, you have to use some words for yourself. So this is actually called complementary clause in a simple language. Secondly, it should match the salutation. The way you had used the salutation, and we remember what is salutation, we just saw. Salutation is a word or a compliment which we use for the letter reader. So the way you had used salutation for letter reader, in the same way you have to use complementary clause for yourself. So complementary clause should match the salutation. It means if you are writing an application letter to your teacher, so accordingly you have to keep a complementary clause for yourself. If you are writing a letter to your boss, accordingly you have to keep your salutation. If you are writing a letter to your mother, accordingly you have to keep your salutation, and therefore it is said that it should match the salutation. Here is an example. You can write like yours faithfully. You can write yours sincerely. You have to then keep a comma, please don't forget. Then you can write sincerely yours, or you can write faithfully yours, or the easiest is thanking you. So these are certain examples. You can select any one complementary clause and you can write after the body of the letter. So please look at these 5 complementary clauses and you can remember any one, the one which you feel the easiest, you can write in your letter. After complementary clause comes signature. So now first let us see what is signature. Any letter without signature is incomplete. If letter does not have signature, it is not a letter at all. Any letter, business letter or official letter or family letter, it must have signature. What is signature we will see. It should match the salutation. It also should match the salutation. Now this is some new information. Per pro. In short or in abbreviation it is written like P dot P dot. PP. Signature is made in the absence of an authority. If your authority is absent, if your boss is absent and if you are writing a letter on behalf of your boss, then after writing a letter, if you are putting your name, so before putting your name you have to write your signature, and below or before that signature you have to write per pro. I have explained this per pro in the next few slides. We will see. Signature will come after complementary clause. This is its location, or you can say place where it will come. So it will come after complementary clause. There will be space between complementary clause and signature. So again, you see everywhere I have mentioned this, where to keep space, and there is a reason behind it, between leaving space between complementary clause and signature. That reason will come later. Last, signature may include initial of name and designation or company name. So signature, how signature is written, example will come further, but signature can contain these many things: name of a person, and with name either you can write his designation, for example if he is managing director, assistant professor, whatever, you can write, or you can write company name. So these are the few things which you have to keep in mind while writing signature. What is the meaning of per pro? As I just said, I have explained this. It is called per procurationum. It is used when signing a letter on behalf of someone else, now usually abbreviated to double P, or you can say PP. This particular definition is borrowed from this particular website www.oxforddictionaries.com. There you can go, just insert the word per pro or double P, you will find this definition. On the same website you will find the usage. Its usage is like this. The traditional way of using per pro: when signing a letter on someone else's behalf, is to place double P before one's own name rather than before the name of the other person. As I said, if you are writing a letter, if your boss is or authority is absent, not available, if you are writing a letter on behalf of your authority, then first you have to keep a signature and then you have to write double P. This is because the original Latin phrase per procurationum means through the agency of. So this is the root. Per pro is actually Latin word, Latin language word, and it means through the agency of. This is what it means, and therefore when in English we write a letter, we have to use this phrase when we are putting our signature on behalf of an authority. However, per pro is now often take to mean on behalf of and is placed before the name of the person who has not signed, and this has become standard practice in many offices. So here I have borrowed this particular usage and definition from this website oxforddictionaries.com. You can also go on this particular website and you can find the same usage and definition and you can read for yourself for better understanding. So this is the use and the meaning of per pro. Here is an example. Suppose a letter ended, then you will write faithfully yours. Faithfully yours is called complimentary clause. No need of mentioning this. Here I have mentioned for your understanding, better understanding. Don't write this complimentary clause in your letter or in your examination when you write a letter. This is for your understanding only. So first will come complimentary clause, then will come name of that particular person. For example, S.R. Patel is writing a letter, so here will come S.R. Patel. Then will come managing director, means it is the designation. Now as I said that there is a reason behind keeping the space or leaving the space between the complimentary clause and a signature. The reason is, after writing or typing the letter, S.R. Patel will put his handwritten signature here in this space. Therefore we have to leave some line or space between the complimentary clause and the signature. So this is how signature and complimentary clause will come. Look at this particular example to just remind you the structure. Title will come first. If title is not there, directly will come sender's address, then will come date, then space and will come inside address, then space and will come the subject about whatever the letter is about, you can write here. Then will come salutation, dear sir or dear madam or only sir or madam or Mr., Mrs., whatever you want to use. Then will come body of the letter. As I said, body of the letter will contain at least 2 paragraphs, not less than 2 paragraphs. So here will come body of the letter. Then will come complimentary clause, sincerely yours, faithfully yours, or yours faithfully, or yours sincerely, or just thanking you, that you can keep here. And then will come signature. So this is how a letter is being drafted, or how it is drafted, or how it is written. This is the general structure we have to follow. Please mind that earlier in other styles this sender's address used to come on right hand side, correct? And then the other things like inside address and subject, earlier in few letters you will find that subject is in the middle, correct? But this style is the latest style, you can say the modern style, that everything from sender's address to signature will come on the left hand side, except as I said that if the title of the company is there, then title will come in the middle and this date will come on the right hand side. Don't forget, I repeat, if the title of the company is there, it will come in the middle of the page and date will come on the right hand side. Title of the page is not there, if it is not available, directly sender's address will come on the left hand side, and it will be followed by rest of the parts of the letter. So these are the essential parts. Here is an example. The previous letter only, ABC Industries writing a letter to XYZ company. So till then we saw only body of the letter. I have explained already this particular part of a letter. Then will come the complimentary clause, then will come signature, it is S.R. Patel, and last will come account officer. This is his designation, identification. This is sender's address and date, just to remind you that you might not forget this structure. Every time in every slide you will find this identification. This is called inside address or reader's address. This is called subject line, it is very important. This is called salutation, address for the letter reader. This is the body of the letter, these red fonts, this entire paragraphs, both the paragraphs are called body of the letter. This is called complimentary clause, don't forget. Then will come space, and this is signature. So these are the essential and we can say the major parts of a letter. This is just an example. Further we will see few more letters for better understanding. But as I said, you have to remember the chronology, one after the other, what comes when, this you have to remember. and if you remember this what comes when, then you can write the better letter. Then is postscript. When the letter writer forgets to include an important point, he adds it below the signature under the title, and the title would be PS. The full form of the PS would be postscript. For example, if you wrote the entire letter, and after drafting the letter, typing the letter, and after taking the printout, if you remember that you forgot something, so no need of writing the whole letter again. You can just write PS. Either you can type or you can just put it in handwritten. PS means postscript. What does it mean? Post means something which you write later, after. In Gujarati you say pachi. For example, you have two words, postpaid and prepaid. So pre means previous, pehla, and post means afterwards, pachi, and script means writing. So postscript means writing that comes later. Correct? LATER. Here just an example, just to show you. Our regular parts of the letter will come like this, many times explained, so I will not repeat. After signature you can write like this. So this red line shows postscript, PS. Postscript means something you forgot to mention or to write in your letter. After writing a letter, after putting your signature, you remember that I forgot to write something very important, and letter cannot be sent without that information. It is very important information. Then you can use PS, that is called postscript. Correct? Postal instruction on the envelope. After drafting the letter, when you enter the letter in the envelope, there are some instruction which you have to keep in the mind. The first is the complete address of the receiver, without which letter will not reach to its destination. You have to write. Inside address will come on the envelope, outside also. Then sender's name and address. If you are writing a letter, your name and your address will also come on the envelope. Attention line. This will come in the next few slides. I have explained in detail with some example also, but just to show you what is attention line. If you want to indicate that the